Joining us now via Skype is Veronika Scott. She created the empowerment plan. But Veronika, well before that, you were actually homeless as a child.
Yes, this is a deeply personal project for me. Both of my parents grew up in extreme poverty. They also struggle with mental health and addiction. So what you're talking about as a group today is personal. Having been a child in a shelter or bouncing around to different houses or constantly getting evicted, you just get treated as if you're a worthless extension of your parents, that you're doomed to repeat that same life. So really, we also have to look at this as a generational thing, that we really have to look at supporting the whole family.
Generational trauma being transmitted through this. And she also provide vocational rehab, and not enough emphasis is made to that. If you can give people basic life skills and vocational rehab and wraparound services, then they'll find housing, then they'll find jobs.
Well, to that point, Veronika, I want you to tell our audience a little bit more about the empowerment plan and how the services are ending or helping to end some of that cycle.
I created Empowerment Plan, which is this nonprofit around hiring individuals from shelters and offering a lot of wraparound services and helping them use this as a stepping stone into something greater. And we also make these coats that turn into sleeping bags that we give out globally for those in need. And the impact of that product has been very powerful, but on its own, the coat is a Band-Aid for a systemic issue. And what really has the impact is hiring the people that would need it in the first place, so that they may never have to use or experience the product. And what we do is very unique. So we employ somebody, we go into shelters and we hire. And every single person we've ever hired, not a single person has fallen back into the shelter once we've hired them. And that's the permanent change we want to see.
That's a success story.
And from there, while they're with
You ever
us,
heard the politicians talk about supporting organizations like this? No.
Well, Veronika, we support you. And honestly, what you're doing truly is empowering. Keep up that great work. I want to also introduce someone joining us in the audience, community activist Maryam Zar, and your boots on the ground here in LA. We've been talking about some of the roots of homelessness. Tell us, from your vantage point here in LA, what you're seeing as some of the biggest problems.
Statistically, children who experience homelessness are more likely to grow up and fall back into homelessness. So to be able to help families, I mean, I sit on the City Commission on the Status of Women, you know, and I can't say enough about helping women transition out of homelessness, because to help families, especially single women who had households with children, to transition out of homelessness, find stability, and be able to raise their children with a roof over their heads is huge. It sort of staves off another generation of homelessness.
But I'm curious, from your perspective as a community activist, and also from your perspective, Dr. Drew, say I'm watching this segment and I want to help. How can regular people who are passionate and care about this issue, how can they get involved?
You know, advocate for what you think is right. So right now it's all about housing. There are other issues. When you see them, advocate about them. Write to your city council members, say, hey, this is what I see in my neighborhood. These are what the solutions are. You know, when politicians realize that there's a critical mass of support on the part of people for policies, they implement them.
Show up at the city council meeting. Show up at the LA County Board of Supervisors. Show up. They need to see you guys there.
Maryam, thank you. Thank you for all you do. Veronika, thank you. And Dr. Drew, thank you for your passion on this topic.